Okay, what's good? What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Tony. We are here at New Legacy ERC with the one and the only, the legendary, the great DJ Empty Beats. Man, what's good with it?
Man, first of all, I appreciate you for dropping those accolades for me, but I'm good, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I want to say,
well,
first
now
of
that
all,
I got you here,
Mm.
it's already starting off to be a great day.
Yes. So, I know we're recording or whatever right now, right? So is this where our contact is? Is this where our point of view is?
Well,
or you want me to talk
well,
to you?
actually, I'm gonna tell you, I like to just have a conversation that the people get to sit in on.
Let's do it.
So, you can talk to them, or you can talk to me, or you can talk to both of them.
Let's do it. Come on.
So, you said something about all those accolades, but I really didn't go down a list of things that you are a part of, or the things that you have done. But go ahead and tell the people some of the things that you have been, or what you're doing right now.
I've been blessed. Let's start out with that. You know what I'm saying? God has definitely had and protected me and has blessed me with so many opportunities. I just want to start there. So with that being said, man, everything from the radio situation to DJing some of the biggest and the smallest parties in the city and outside of the city. And now, you know what I'm saying, to be able to put a tour DJ under my name, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that is a blessing. As y'all can see, you know what I'm saying, big Dodgers fan. I do not watch baseball at all.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying, somebody that I do DJ for, which is Mookie Betts, 4-time World Series baseball player, you know what I'm saying, champion, you know what I mean? I like to surround myself around people that I want to be like. So, you know what I'm saying? Brother, with him being a 4-time champion or whatever, and being able to put as a person to say, hey, I'm his personal DJ is kind of dope. So, these past 20 years of just DJing has been a blessing because every year has just been progress. So I'm excited to see what my future is going to look like.
Well, your future is bright because I know your present is shining too. But a couple of weeks ago when we spoke, you were talking about flying out to LA.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about how much you travel, the different places, because you do a lot outside of this city, and across the country. But talk a little bit about that.
Pretty much, man. What I will say, man, and I see we got a bunch of young gentlemen in this building right now, man, and it's all about your network at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Some of my friends inside the city and outside of the city, and I'm gonna say some names. I got to give a shout out for the last 2 years, man. AT and also DJ Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Opened some doors to me that I didn't even think that I could walk through or whatever. Being on one of the biggest tours last year with Brandy and Monica, you know what I mean? Like, was an eye opener for me because that was the first tour that I've ever been on, first national tour. All right. And to be able to say that you was attached to two icons like Brandy, Monica, Kelly Rowland, you know what I'm saying? And be able to travel over 30 cities with them was pretty dope or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So just to go back and say, like, it's all about the networking, making sure that your name is being mentioned in rooms that you're not in. You know what I mean? And pray to God that that next phone call that you get is going to be bigger than the last.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, when I ran into you a couple of decades ago, almost, you were not here. You were not doing big things,
What's up, bro?
So to speak. But could you take us back to when you were first getting started, so to speak, and some of the things that I guess went smoothly, and some of the things that kind of caught you off guard about learning how to DJ? How did you start off? Because I understand you started off as an artist,
so
or
I
you
was a producer.
making beats.
I was making beats. Yes. It came a sense of reality. That's what it did. So started out making beats. Yes, you know what I'm saying. But
what were you making beats on?
On a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
PlayStation. Okay.
The age that I was at when it came to buying equipment, I couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? When you're talking about a Phantom keyboard, $1,500, an MPC, drum machine was $1,500. As a kid, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have it. So what I did have was enough money to buy a video game, which was a MTV music generator it was on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
could
that.
afford that. And I was making beats on there. One day, what I realized is the timing that it took to make the beat, and then hoping and praying to God that someone would buy the beat. And then from there, making sure you can make money off the beat or whatever, right?
So you were already thinking of those things from the beginning.
Yep. But
but how did you get started even making beats? Was it just something that was in you, or just something convenient that
I think
it spoke to you, so to speak?
I've always been musically inclined. All right.
Okay.
So as a kid,
Singing?
yeah.
Okay.
So
you can
as
blow
a
a little bit.
kid, I can still hold a note. Let's just say that. I can still hold a note. As a kid, I started out in a church or whatever. You know what I'm saying? From church, we did, they forced the kids to be the choir because I was in a real intimate, small church or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, as a choir director, minister of music, nobody's forced it.
No, they forced us, man. They forced us. With that being said, each kid had their own solo or whatever, right?
Okay.
My first solo was Swing Low. That was my first solo, which is a very dry song, kind of boring, kind of sad if you ask me. The way we used to sing is Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. It was real monotone. It's like a birthday when people sang happy birthday to each other or whatever, right? Our quad director, which we changed multiple times. First, it was my aunt's, and then we got a hold of this guy named Michael D or whatever, right? Michael D was a part of a national recording gospel group or whatever, right? And sometimes he would lead and we would back him up. He sung his song. It was called Trouble in My Way or whatever, right?
I have to cry sometimes.
I have to cry sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And he used to sing that song. And when he used to sing that song, I used to always listen and be like, man, I want that song right there. So one day, the choir director and he had some of his kids was a part of the choir or whatever, right? They was coming late to church one day. So I looked at the choir and I was like, man, we doing Trouble in Our Way, Trouble in My Way. So the only part that I could not really get a hold of was the Shack Rack of Meshach. And I thought he was saying in a billy goat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
well, you didn't say a bad Negro though.
No, right. So I talked to my father and I was like, what is he saying right here? He gave me the game, let me know what it was. And so when it was time for church, we started singing or whatever, right? So I'm singing Trouble in My Way. While we were singing, the choir director walks in and the church is erupting at this point because I'm bringing it back. I stepped in the furnace. I stepped in the furnace. Oh, they backing me up. Remind you, I'm a kid doing this. You know what I'm saying?
How old were you?
I was still in elementary school, I think.
Oh man, you was real young.
So the church was erupting. You know what I'm saying? The choir director, he comes in. He's like, sing it. He tell his kids.
Sister Eunice then got up and she's shouting.
The dopest thing about it was my grandmother going home to my father and telling him, your son killed it today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So ever since then, every time that our church would travel, guess what we were singing? Trouble in My Way, and guess who was leading?
They took you on the road.
I would.
That was your first
tour. That was my first tour right there. You might as well say, yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. And so then you started making your own music.
So I started making my own music.
And how did that go?
It was a process.
Did you make some noise with it? I mean, did you drop something that was that the people wanted to work with, or?
I did a couple of records that I was proud of because I took some people. Well, we was called the Section 8 Representatives or whatever, right?
Oh man,
yeah, come on, man.
Y'all on Section 8?
A couple of us was, but a lot of us wouldn't. But we was like Wu-Tang of kids, you know what I'm saying? And we were just trying to figure it out. I made the beats, and we would just put different artists, different parts of the label on different songs, and then you know what I'm saying, like we'll just give it to family. Yeah. And family used to love it, you know what I'm saying? They used to cheer us on and all that other stuff, and it was dope. But one thing that I realized was during this process, I looked at the time it took to do it. I looked at the time it took to, you know what I'm saying, get it out of there, the time it took to be like, hey, can we get shows? And it was just a long process, and we wasn't making no money.
Okay.
The first time I DJ'd, after I got done DJing, I got paid. And I was like,
so right away, that shows you there's a difference.
It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? So when I started to channel into that, and I pretty much put all my emphasis in like, hey, I want to continue to get paid. I want to continue getting paid. And I mean, today I still do what I love. I pay my bills doing what I love. I travel on other people's, you know what I'm saying, dollar. And I get to entertain people. You know what I'm saying?
And you get to be around some celebrities and stars that,
you know what?
Be in some rooms that a lot of people probably can't be in.
So I want to tell the young men that's in here, I want to tell y'all this. Like being in a room with a bunch of celebrities, yeah, it is dope. But the thing about it, what separates us from them is somebody gave them an opportunity. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they gifted and all that other stuff because we're from Louisville, Kentucky. I know for a fact, man, somebody here is probably way more talented than somebody else. But you know what I'm saying? We don't have the eyes on us. We don't have the resources to actually be like, all right, let's pull this person up and make them great. So you know what I'm saying? When you're competing with somebody from New York where there's nothing but opportunity there, it's kind of hard to break through in a spot like Louisville. You know what I'm saying? So now that we do have the Jack Harlows, the ESTGs, the Mars, the all the artists that's coming through, you know what I'm saying? Like it's dope, but you got to also listen to their story to see how hard it was for them to get where they at as well too.
Yeah.
And even for me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably look at me like my success was overnight, but I'm talking almost 20 years to. It took me to be 40 for me to go on my first tour.
Well, what were you hoping to do as a DJ once you had gotten a certain level of success? Was touring what the next step for you?
So touring has never been one of my dreams ever. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always wanted to be attached to something that a company, a brand. Like me being attached to an artist was never my stilo. You know what I mean? I always was like, so like take DJ Fresh for an example, right? Yes, he's Chris Brown's DJ, but on the Brandy and Monica tour, on this We Them Ones comedy tour that we just got done doing, he's not attached to an artist. He's actually a part of the show. All right. So there's a segment that they made directly for him to be like, look, we need a break. All right, this is your part right here. So he's not attached to any of the artists. He's literally booked because they making him a part of the show or whatever. And it's dope to see that.
How, with you doing parties all over, how do you prep to do a party in a place that you don't know, how they feel about certain music or whatnot? How do you know what to play?
So the beauty thing, the magnificent thing of this is, I'm gonna go back real quick. All right, so you got to look at each market like it's its own machine. Okay.
Yeah.
With that being said, there was a time where I thought, hey, it works in Louisville, it's gonna work everywhere else.
Yeah.
Nope, it doesn't work like that or whatever, right? Cincinnati, which is only a couple of hours, well, a few minutes away from Louisville, Indianapolis, Nashville, Atlanta, Detroit, LA, New York, Chicago. We all close. Well, LA's not, but you know what I'm saying? They're all close, but they're all different. When I lived in Ohio, Columbus was dramatically different from Cincinnati. Cincinnati is dramatically different from Columbus. Columbus is in the middle of Cleveland and Cincinnati and Dayton and Toledo.
Did you know that going in, or did it come from experience that you had to play something and like, I know this worked in Louisville. I played it and it may not necessarily, or did you know that going in?
Let me tell you something. As a DJ, we got to prove ourselves every night. All right. We got to prove ourselves every night. You know what I'm saying? Even if you had the best damn party that you can possibly imagine 2 weeks ago, nobody's going to remember that because we got to prove ourselves every night. All right. With that being said, there has been times where I've been on the road and that ride back from there to here has been very sad because I dropped the ball in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to everybody is, well, what I'm saying to you is, each market is different. So you got to treat them different. We're gonna go back to the word network, y'all. Your network is everything. Whenever I go to a market, my network is so big, I can reach out to a DJ and be like, hey, bro, what's the hottest records that y'all spinning right now? You know what I'm saying? What y'all going crazy over? And also got my knowledge of, all right, I'm in New York. I know Biggie's gonna work. I know Jay-Z's gonna work. I know Nas is gonna work. But what is the new stuff? What is the stuff that is going to touch home? Like if you're an out of town DJ, you know what I'm saying? And you was like, hey man, what records work here? I would be dumb not to give you the Shiz. I would be dumb not to give you Hurricane's birthday. I would be dumb not to give you the local records that we go crazy over, and then tell you, all right, add this in there. Do you, bro? You gonna be straight. So it's the network. That's what it is. I reach out to people in the market. We might do a little research, look at Spotify, look at Billboard, see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And decide from there. Be like, all right, these are the records we're gonna run. Let's go.
How much has the change in music changed what you do?
I can't keep up with it today. You know what I'm
Yeah, because
saying?
it's
And I'm not
harder.
trying to. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
not.
I'm not trying to. So in my mind, I look at it like this. I look at these young gentlemen that's in this room right now, and like if he wanted to be a DJ, why wouldn't I allow him to be a DJ amongst his peers or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm 40. Do y'all want to see a 40-year-old man DJing for y'all? No, you don't. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. I could be y'all daddies. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, in order for the youth to grow, you gotta give the youth room to, you know what I'm saying, like showcase their talent. You know what I mean? So I'd rather grow with my peers. Give me a party where we 35 and better. Everybody's putting their stuff on, and I can play a wide range of music. You know what I'm saying? Like no disrespect to their music. I can't relate to it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So I'm not gonna play it.
well, that gives me another question too. That if somebody that was that said, I want to become a DJ today, how different would their style or approach be to DJing? Because you probably came from when they was spinning records and all
Yeah.
of that kind of stuff and mixing and different things. What's different about the approach that the youngsters sort of take than what you?
The thing that I wish that the youngsters would do, man, was listen to the OGs. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing that I did do, I listened to Chaos, I listened to Q, I listened to E Feezy, I listened to, you know what I'm saying, all these DJs that was before me. You know what I'm saying? Big D. And I mean the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? If I miss your name, Taz, Bruce Wayne, DJ Slick, Marley Marl, all these people was, you know what I'm saying, making huge moves in the city or whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and
And
beyond.
yes. So when it came to me finally getting my feet wet, I felt in order for me to really put DJ in front of my name, I gotta be able to uphold that DJ name or whatever, right?
What does that mean?
So what I'm saying is, out of the respect of the people that came before me, I don't want to let them down. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I called myself a DJ, right? I was doing mixtapes at first. When I was doing mixtapes, I was like, dang, what's gonna happen when somebody really calls and be like, hey, can you DJ one of my parties? I don't even know how to DJ.
Yeah.
So what I did was I locked myself in my apartment. My apartment had nothing but my bed in there. Our living room didn't have no furniture. It had turntables in the middle of the uh, living room.
Okay.
All right. And we had a table where we ate at. So if somebody came over to our house, they knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? So I sat there and I practiced on my craft. I went out, I asked questions. I sat in room with DJs that was before me. And I sat there and I studied and I learned, and I took from everybody and pretty much made myself. I made Voltron.
How
That's it.
long did it take you to get serious like that? Did you
Um,
do that from the beginning, or because you'd already started to make some money, did that spark you to take it to that level, or was it a process?
So what happened for me was after graduating high school, I went to college at ITT Tech or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Which it's a high school.
What were
But
you trying to? You were
I'm
studying.
a geek. So you know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like technology stuff, that's what I'm into or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But for me, um, I knew that I didn't have the book smarts as somebody that's got an associate's, as somebody that's got a bachelor's, somebody that's got a master's or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I've always did was I'm gonna outwork these people. You know what I'm saying? I got the talent. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So even when it comes to radio, like there's people that I'm going up against that's been doing radio for years. There's people that got communications degrees. There's people that's got, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff. I didn't have none of that. Basically, Valerie Sickles called me and was like, "We got a entry level position. Can you come in and do that? You got your foot in the door." All right. And it was up for me to kick it down. And you know what I'm saying? Like I went in there and I learned from Mark Gunn. I learned from Keisha Nicole, Tropicana, Wine, Big Hustle, DJ Q, all the talent that does Tim Gerard, Philip David, all these people like that. You know what I'm saying? I learned
Been
from
around a
all of them.
long time.
Yeah,
And
I
we're very
learned from
good.
them. Yeah. Even Be Real. Be Real used to call me over to his house and be like, "Hey, I listened to you on the radio today. These are some of the things that you need to work on." Curlin Robinson's on my ass today. All right. He'll still be like, "Hey, EB, I listened to your last break. You need to say this. Take this. This is your crutch word right here," and all this other stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Having dope mentors, and in the back of my mind, I call myself the radio bully because I don't have all the credentials that everybody had at that time. So I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I'm going to outwork all these people that do have those credentials.
So
And you
were
know what I'm
you
saying? Make the best of it.
unorthodox? What were you doing things that was different than them? I mean, in was your approach a little bit because you didn't know what exactly to do? You
So
might have had your own little way of approaching.
I would say, and I mean, I don't even know if he knows this or whatever, but man, like E. Feezy back in the days when you used to listen to radio when he was on, it sound big. And it's simply because he sat there and he studied what Funkmaster Flex would do in New York or whatever, right? And he would bring it back. So you know what I'm saying? Hearing the bombs, the bringing stuff back 30 times, that sound big to me. You know what I'm saying? So E. Feezy is the one that I really looked up to when it became into radio. Now, when it comes to all the other people that I named, they polished it up to be like, all right, that's cool. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But polish it up like this as well too,
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, how long did it take you to get to a stage to where you're on the radio
All right.
and
Y'all
and
ready?
and
What's the word we've been talking about all day? Y'all ain't even listening. Network. 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 Keisha Nicole was the first person who called me into the studio. Nobody else would give me a chance. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is like, oh, he's just a bored out tech. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
were
he
you
just
trying?
I showed interest, but Keisha Nicole was the first one without talking to our PD or nothing. She was like, "Come crack this mic open with me," and gave me an avenue on her show or whatever to showcase my talent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the rest was history from there.
And the DJ we know today
Mm-hmm.
who travels all over.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to that DJ who was just getting started on the radio? Because I remember thinking, man, he done made it.
Nah, I didn't make it then. But you know what?
Well, I mean, you've gotten to the pinnacle.
I can.
I thought that being on DJ was as high as you can pretty much go, right?
So there's so many branches to it, man. It's crazy because rest in peace, Charlotte Young. But first of all, let me ask you a question. Go back 10 years, I would say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because for every obstacle that I went through 10 years ago has opened the doors for me to be who I am today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I would say thank you. I wouldn't change nothing. Like this is amazing, whatever, right? So now I would say like there's a checklist for a DJ. I can probably say that I have checking off a lot of the stuff as a DJ that probably DJs could only dream of doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. And now it's coming to the position where it's time for me to, you know what I'm saying, start blessing other people, which I do a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, but I just
Well,
don't talk about it.
well, it seems that you've been blessing other people for years
Mhm.
because every time I've called on you, you haven't hesitated or turned me down. I'm 2 for 2 right now,
Come
3
on
for
now.
3.
Come on now.
Hey, I might have to ask you for some money, man. You might, but no, it just seems that you were always willing to give back. Even some of the things that you used to tell the kids, some of the game that you used to give them, you would tell them things that you said nobody else is going to tell you this. So it just seems that you have done that for quite some time.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not paying attention at all, but I wish y'all listen. If anything that y'all get from this interview, you know what I'm saying, it's really all about your network. You know what I'm saying? Who is in your phone? Who can you reach out to? Because look, when it comes to the world, it's all about bartering. What can I do for you and what can you do for me? You know what I'm saying? That's all it really is. What can you do for me and what can I do for you? That's it.
So I'm really appreciate you coming down here.
No problem.
We're gonna turn it over to some of my guys. Do you guys have some questions that you want to ask them?
What's your name, man?
DJ MDB.
My name is Tyler.
What's up, Tyler?
I appreciate you coming down here. I have a couple questions for you.
Let's do it.
So, like, what inspired you to start DJing and, like, start so young?
All right, so you want to know you want to know the real answer or you want to know the play answer?
I want to know both.
All right, so the play answer is I love music. That's the play answer or whatever, right? But really, the real answer is it's the control. All right, listen to what I'm saying. As a DJ, you got to think about it. It's you versus everybody in that room or whatever, right? So the thing about it, what I did, I went to a party one time and I seen a DJ was like, man, everybody put their hands up. You know what they did?
Put your hands
They
up.
put their hands up. He said, everybody make noise. Guess what they did? They started making noise. All right. If you in here with your best friend, I want you to hype your best friend up. What was they doing? They was hyping their best friend up. And I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I want that type of control. You know what I'm saying? So that's my real answer. That's what made me really want to DJ because I just want to, I guess, as innocent as it can sound, I wanted to control people. That's it. That's a good question, though. So what you do, Tyler? Yeah, look how the tables done flipped. Now I'm interviewing you. So what you do, Tyler? What you like to do? You cut her? So so what's your go-to?
I just want to, because my dad, he used to own a barber business, and he's thinking about passing it down to me.
Okay.
And that's what, like, inspired me to start cutting hair, because I've been cutting hair since I was about 10 years old.
Dope. So you got the tape with the fade, all that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Beijing, though? You use a Beijing? No Beijing? He says no enhancements, ladies and gentlemen. You hear that? No enhancements at all. Well, Tyler, I definitely appreciate you. You did a great job, all right? You straight now? You feel better?
Yeah.
Can y'all clap it up for Tyler, man? Come on, man. Good job, brother. Nah, thank you. You did good. You did great.
Yo, this is Gavin. I'm here with what's your name?
DJ MP Beats. What's up, Gavin?
Nice to meet you, man.
You too.
So today I'm here to ask you some questions, and to start it off, like, what do you do in your free time?
On my free time, I am a gamer. I am a 40-year-old gamer. I play a game called Apex. I don't know if y'all know anything about that, Apex Legends, and I'm waiting for that Grand Theft Auto to drop. Yep, so on my free time, I'm usually gaming. I got 3 girls or whatever, so you know what I'm saying, like I'm chilling with my little kids. That's a good question.
Yes. So yeah, like that's you said you waiting for GTA 6?
I'm waiting for it. I can't wait. I already got it pre-ordered. I done dropped my $100 down, and I'm waiting to play it. You play games?
Oh yeah.
What you play?
Play a lot. I play Fortnite, 2K, FIFA. That's a lot of games.
Okay. All right. You good? That's the question.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
So how many times have you won on Fortnite? You're not good, bro. That's what I'm getting from it. You're not good. See,
Well,
you lied to me, man.
But the thing is, I'm good, but it's like I forgot how many times I win. When I win a game, like, huh?
That's that many?
Yeah, it's like I never like really just keep track of how many games I play or win.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you the man. I'm sitting next to the man right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All right. All right. And you say you also play 2K? I'll drag you, bro. I'll drag you.
All right. Oh yeah. All right. What play do you use then?
Oh, so I ain't played 2K in 5 years or whatever. All right. But in order to beat you, though, I download it tonight. So, you know what I'm saying? When we get off here, let's exchange game tags. And you know what I'm saying? We can at least be on the same team. Let's do it. Because I don't want you to be mad at me. All right? Is that cool?
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, man. Thank you for taking your time, to answer my questions. Yeah.
Did a great job, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
For sure.
Hi, my name's Alex. What's your name?
I'm DJ MVBs. What's up, Alex? How you doing, man?
Hello.
Yeah,
I
come
don't
on.
touch hands.
Come, well, pound it. There we go. Bam. I'm sitting here with Alex, y'all. I'm excited. He's a little nervous, but we're gonna get through this. What's your question?
My question is, I didn't really have a question. Y'all kind of forced me into doing this.
That's cool.
So, you got a question for me?
I do.
Then tell me.
All right. So, what do you want to grow up to be? Let's start with that.
What do I want to grow up to be?
Yep.
Well, I'm really into protesting, sticking up for what I think is right. So I would really like to be an activist.
Okay.
I also am into haircutting,
Okay.
alternative looks. Yeah.
So, all right. So, being into protesting or whatever, right? I know a couple of years ago when we did like the Breonna Taylor stuff like that. Was you a part of that?
No, because my mom said I was too young
Gotcha.
to be protesting.
Because that was how many years ago? 5. That was 5. So, how old are you now?
I'm 16.
Ah, yeah, you was a baby. You 16? What are they feeding you?
Tacos.
Tacos. What's your favorite taco?
Asada.
Asala. What is that? Come on.
Steak.
Talk to me. So, what else is on it?
You don't know what's in a taco?
No, I know what's in a taco, but I want what's in your taco.
Steak, lettuce, onions.
That's it.
Yeah.
No cheese.
No cheese.
So that's American, right? So this is more of the street taco.
Traditional, yes.
Got you. Okay. All right, so I got to ask you the blue hair. Like, explain to me the blue hair. Because I ain't got the guts to do it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me that you're not confident or whatever. The blue hair, that's a lot of confidence right there. So why'd you go with the blue hair?
I was bored.
You was bored?
Yeah.
And you just like, I just want blue hair.
No, I wanted to make my mom mad.
It's a good answer. Mama, stop playing with this kid, all right? So you wanted to make your mama mad or whatever, so you went with the blue hair or whatever.
Yeah, because she told me no, but I did it anyways.
So now what we going to do to make mama happy?
Next topic.
Well, see, you ain't got no questions for me?
I told you no.
Nothing. So you...
Actually, yeah. On the Brandy and Monica, were they fighting? Because I know they used to have beef back in the days.
That is a good question. Was they fighting?
Yeah, because I remember
Jesus Christ.
they were performing on stage one time, and I think it was Monica that punched Brandy in the face before they went on stage. So were they arguing? Or
So I'll say this. When it comes to this tour and you deal with a lot of emotions, you deal with a lot of, you know what I'm saying, different type of people with different type of emotions, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't see eye to eye.
So can I get a yes or no?
All the time. All right. Now, amongst the crews or even amongst people that's on the team or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Was there some misunderstandings? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Was there actually physical fighting or anything like that? No, I never seen it or whatever. But with anything, when you get a room full of a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be some disagreements. There's going to be some debates. You know what I'm saying? So it was some of that. Does that answer your question?
No, but thank you.
I'm trying to be politically right here. That's what I'm trying to be. That's it. We done?
I'm done.
Man, I appreciate you for just stepping from behind there and, you know what I'm saying, like coming up here. Appreciate it. He doesn't touch hands. All right, understand.